Hey everyone, hope y'all are doing well. My name's Reagan. I'm the founder of Auction Data, and I just kind of started rolling it out a little bit. So I figured I'd go ahead and record a little tutorial on how to use it, how to install it, how to set it up, and everything. So I'll go ahead and show y'all. So starting out, you're going to go to auctiondata.app. That's the website where I am right now. And you're going to see here, there's a link that's going to take you right to the Chrome extension. So before anything else, you can just click this link. That's going to take you to the web page. You can see here, it's been verified by Google. Everything is approved. So you can come in here. Like I said, it's brand new. So you can see we don't have any ratings or anything like that yet, but you're going to hit add to Chrome, and then it's going to show up here at the top right with your extensions. And sorry, if you can't see it, then click this puzzle piece, and that's going to show you your extensions. And then with that, you just pin it, and then you're going to have it right here. So after you get it here pinned, you just click on the extension. That's how you're going to sign in. You can see here there's like special settings that we can get to later on that you can adjust, which will then adjust the scores of units. But that's basically the gist, and you are going to need to sign up for that free trial if you want to go ahead and get started if you're new, or go ahead and subscribe. So after you've done all that, after you have gotten the extension, logged in, and signed up, you're pretty much good to go. So sometimes you may have to restart your browser, but I don't think you do anymore. So this is what it's going to look like on the three different websites. So starting with Lockerfox, you can see here a pretty widely used one. We're looking at units in this zip code, and it's scoring them now over here on the right. So you have all these different scores, and if you're wondering what is going into a score, you can always click on it, and it's going to show you the location data, the census data, the current bid, the time left, what the AI image analyzer looked into, the different signals from that. So lots of different signals you can look into, and it gives you that breakout down here at the very bottom of what it valued and how it got to that final score. So that's basically the premise of it. It's going to give you all this background info on every unit that you're scrolling through. It's a very useful tool if you're just kind of looking for something to sway you one way or the other. Obviously, I wouldn't take this at its face. This is meant to be a tool to help in the decision making process. It's not meant to make the decisions for you. So just something to just keep that in mind as you're using this. But what's cool is you can also sort by the score. So I actually already had that on, but you can click sort by score, and then it's going to show you all the different scores and rank them here on Lockerfox. So I'll show you what it looks like over on StorageTreasures. You can see here we have some pretty high scored units, and we can click in and see why that it's in mid-wealth tract. There's a pretty low current bid and a higher resale total than what the current bid is, and all these different signals you can read through. Has electronics, middle wealth neighborhood. It tells you what the AI spotted, and once again it gives you that score breakdown here at the bottom. So it's nice to be able to see what all is going into that score each time. And then you can see this little reminder I included that this data is estimated. Obviously with AI it's not going to be 100% accurate. This is just meant to give y'all an idea of how this all works. So that's kind of what you're seeing here on StorageTreasures. It looks like I just got signed out for some reason, but that's StorageTreasures, and then we have StorageAuctions.com. So you're just going to click Find Auctions up here at the top, and then enter whatever info you have, and then they're gonna start showing right here. For some reason on StorageAuctions, I always have to refresh it once. That's something I'm working to fix right now, but you can see here now all these units are scored, and then you can sort by the score, and then it's going to show you those highest scored ones. And then once again, you can click on it. You can see the scoring, the reason, and everything. So this is, once again, just meant to be a tool for unit buyers. It also does take into account the organization. So you'll see like unit content appears chaotic. That's why it kind of got a lower score of 46. But I just tried to include as many factors as possible. And so like you can see here, we have this one with a big a big mattress, a big dirty mattress that got a low score. So if you're like me and you don't want large furniture, you can uncheck that. And what that's what that's going to do is retrospectively update the scores of units and lower them. So stuff with like big mattresses and stuff, it could have been like a 70, it's going to go down. So if you're one of those people who kind of likes to bid around the edges and not have a huge haul every time, that's what that's for. And then we have this manager's special notification. This is mostly for StorageTreasures, because you'll see units with that manager special. You can hide completely. You can include it in the scoring or just show with warning. Basically, what that means, you don't really want these manager specials because they can be staged fairly easily. So you don't really want to use those. So that's why I included that. You can set a budget, so that way if a unit's bid is above your budget, you can see mine's 250. That's why these ones that are within my budget are ranked higher, whereas like this one is a 65, but you can see it it's a huge unit and it's still got a good score, but it did dock it and it says over budget, current bid exceeds your max. So the fact that this got a 65 while over my budget is actually pretty impressive. So we can actually click on that unit just to show y'all really quickly. I can already see it says unit full of tools, so can only assume that it's going to get a high rating just because I did tell it to rank tools fairly highly. And as you guys do kind of use it, if you have anything that you personally look out for that you want to score higher, I do plan on adding that sort of metric where you can value certain items higher than others. So that's something that's coming out soon to look out for. But this is kind of how you install it. That's how you get started. And you can see here on the website that it has, how many listings you scored, how many platforms supported, your 7-day free trial, all these different things. So if you guys are interested, I'm gonna drop a link in the description. That's gonna get you that free trial. So if you want to check it out, that's how you get there. And I hope y'all have a good one.